Too much Bow Wow, too much pimping, too much Iyanla. What's the business, y'all? This be your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for another review of Growing Up Hip Hop Growing Up Hip Hop Atlanta Season 4, Episode 7, okay? Now we're going to start off where we left off at last week with Judy, Da Brat, and Dib, okay? Now, you know last week they had a conversation about everything that was going on with the project. Now, Da Brat has, you know, she's very apprehensive about working with these rookies, you know. She doesn't want to put her name on just anything. And like I said on my review a couple of days ago, that, you know, at first I was like, okay, Da Brat being the bitch. Da Brat just throwing her name around or whatever. But like I said, as a veteran on YouTube, there are some things that I'm just not going to be willing to do. There's going to be some people that I'm just not willing to work with because I may not like what they do. So sometimes you just got to be mindful of what you put your name on. You know, you get my drift on that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so I totally understand. But Deb gave her an option to, okay, let's do it like this. I have my team of people and you have your team of people. Basically giving Da Brat an option to pick who she wanted to work with on her team and see who would vibe the best. And Da Brat kind of agreed to that, and we moved on with that. Bow Wow was in the studio working on this album that's never going to come out, that no one is ever going to buy, that no one is even interested in hearing. He's in the studio working on that. Pimpin' is doing the production, but him and Diamond going back and forth with the text messages, and Bow Wow feels like he's focusing too much on Diamond and not too much on this whack ass album that no one is going to buy, that no one cares about, that no one is even interested in at all. So Iyanla comes in and he feels like, Iyanla would be the best person to talk to because he always comes to Iyanla about women shit. So, they're sitting down in the studio talking, and Iyanla was like, okay, so basically all your songs is about every bitch that you used to fuck, pretty much. And he was like, yeah, but everybody's not going to make the cut. Iyanla said, well, you know what, if that was me, I'd beat your ass if you was making up a song about me. So then they started talking about BT's party and how Remarkable is going to be there, and Iyanla really don't give a damn. Iyanla really want a storyline because this whole little beef between her and Remarkable is really stupid. You know what I mean? Like it's really about a Twitter war, and it really could be easily squashed. It's really nothing deep about this whole situation. It really ain't got no layers. Why the fuck are you still harping on it? You know what I mean? I can't tell you what to do because I know if I don't like somebody, I ain't liking them, and I don't want to talk to them. I don't want to talk to them. That's just what it is. But at the same time, this shit is very minuscule and it's not that fucking serious. You can really dig this shit, Iyanla. You just want a fucking storyline. That's all that is. So after Bow Wow calls out Pimpin' and basically saying, you know what I'm saying, you need to get your ass on this project. You need to start doing what you need to do because I got you here as the producer. I need for you to get your shit in order because you got Diamond working your brain and you ain't working on my music the way you need to. Bow Wow, what you need to do is work on some sleep because them bags, Rashida got bags, you really need to get you some sleep because I know you tired of shit. You look like you tired. You might need to take a little rest and not be doing all that damn partying because you look tired as fuck. You look exhausted, I'm telling you. So back at the studio, Bow Wow, Da Brat, and Pimpin', they discussed Deb's project. Bow Wow basically said he don't want to do the project. He feel like his album is really what's more important to him. You may as well do Deb's album. I mean, you may as well do the project. You know what I mean? Because we don't want to hear your album. We don't give a fuck about who you slept with. And honestly, you ain't going to do nothing but get sued. Because these women don't want nobody to know that you fucked them. If I fucked you, I wouldn't want nobody to know that I fucked you. Because you're a cornball and you lame. And that's just what it is. Don't nobody give a fuck about this album. But Da Brat was like, okay, so you making all these songs about all these women that you were sleeping with. These women going to be mad with you. They're going to be coming after you. Some of these folks might even sue you for saying their name. And then, he just feels like that this is the best way to get some attention. All attention ain't good attention, my nigga. Like, it ain't all that great. And your music ain't been all that great in a very long time, Bow Wow. Like, you thinking that you doing something about making a whole album about, like, this ain't Usher. You ain't none of Usher. You can't make a Confessions album. We actually gave a fuck about Usher's relationship with Chili. We don't give a fuck about none of these brides that you dated. We don't give a fuck about none of your relationships. We don't give a fuck, period. So you are really wasting your time. Just trust me. I'm one of those people that grew up on your music, okay? I'm 32, so pretty much we're around the same age, pretty much. So when I was what how old was I when you came out with Bounce With Me? I was like 11 when you came out with Bounce With Me. So we're around the same age, and I'm pretty much your fan base, to be honest. Like, I grew up on you. I grew up watching 106 and Park. I grew up having a battle between Bow Wow and Lil Romeo and all this other shit. So I've been listening to you. But my nigga, we don't care. I just want you to know, we don't care. We ain't cared about your music in a mighty long time. If you ain't singing no shit like this, that little Bow Wow, you just don't know. The way you move so fast across the floor. I mean, you run through my mind like all the time, to the point that I just want to take you home. So down. I mean, if you ain't rapping about taking us home, or if you're not thanking us for buying all your songs, or if you're not telling us to bounce with you, if you're not telling us what your name is, if you're not telling us about Puppy Love and the Ghetto Girls, like, we don't care. We really don't care. Like, if you're not singing with Sierra, we don't care. If you're not asking us to let you hold us, we don't care. If you're not telling us to let's get down, we don't care. Like, straight up. If you're not talking about the shorty like yours, we don't care. If you're not telling us how fresh you are, we don't care. If you're not telling us that we can get it all, we don't give a damn, okay? Anything beyond you can get it all, we don't care. Hang it up, flat screen. So I guess this is a double date that Pimpin' have set up for him and Diamond, and for Chevy and Remarkable. Chevy is fine as a motherfucker, okay? Like, he can... I'm gonna be quiet. They all talk about Deb, and Diamond and Pimpin' have had experiences with janky ass managers who say, you just worry about being an artist, let me worry about the business. When a manager tell you that, you already know that that's not a good idea. Deb has had history of being a badass manager, allegedly, so they already know what it is. And you know, Ree was talking about her qualms about it, and then they started talking about the relationship thing. Apparently she ain't giving, you know, Chevy no pussy. If I was Remarkable, he'll be getting it every fucking day. Have you seen how Chevy look? But she holding out for a ring, child. But just because you holding out on the pussy don't mean the man gonna give you a ring. But I totally understand. She said she don't wanna, she been with him for 9 or 10. She's been with the man for 10 years and she ain't got no ring. At this point, what K. Michelle said, if he married you after 10 years, probably never will. Girl, wait on it, you ain't never get no ring. So the Brat and Judy, they go talk to JD, and they're basically telling JD about Bow Wow's album. JD said he ain't heard his album, but Brat tells him that it's basically like a confessions type album. These are his confessions. And, you know, JD said maybe he's looking at it from a marketing perspective. You know, everybody gonna be talking about it. You know, you be on Dish Nation every damn day talking about shit like this. People are gonna be talking about it. And some people, JD is right. As much as I say we don't care, we really don't. But people are gonna be talking about it, and it's not gonna be in a good way. People are gonna be dragging Bow Wow for this shit. But he probably don't give a fuck, because that's gonna be the most publicity that he's had in a long time. So who knows, child. It's BT's birthday party, and it's about, I guess he's gonna do some paintballing. Bow Wow ain't with it because it's raining and they're in the middle of nowhere in the woods or whatever. He feel like they should have got a hotel with a bunch of bitches. That's what he felt like. Bow Wow, this ain't your fucking birthday. This is about BT, not you. Then when Shania finds out that Ayana is coming, she decides to get up and leave. She know that this is a situation that needs to be hashed out, but she doesn't want to do it right now, and she doesn't want to be ambushed. So she's gonna leave. Scary ass bitch, but okay. So they all play paintball, loud ass, just bragging about how she whooped these folks and everything like that. So that's when Ayana comes in. Now Ayana, girl, shut up. Like, shut up. What the fuck you annoyed for, talking about Remarkable being all loud? She trying to get your attention. It's like, girl, bye. Ayana, girl. Remarkable was loud before you even brought your ass, your My Little Pony looking ass up here, okay? So she wasn't really thinking about you. If anything, you're bothered by her. She came up to you as a grown woman and approached you about this situation and tried to talk to you like a grown woman. You talking about this ain't the time or the place, and you don't want to talk about it right now. You don't want to talk about the shit at all, to be quite honest, because you already said that you weren't talking to this bitch. Those were your exact words. You're not a grown-up. You're a little ass child who cannot own up to your shit, or you just a little ass child that just doesn't know that it ain't that fucking deep at the end of the day. Like, yeah, she spoke out of turn on Twitter, but that's the only interaction y'all had. She ain't fuck your man. She ain't say nothing out the way to you. She didn't disrespect you in any kind of way. You, on the other hand, are pissed about this whole situation. You need to just go on, whether you talk, like, just be grown about it. Like, if she's not trying to be like, and I honestly feel like Remarkable, people don't like her, but I feel like she really wasn't trying to be out of bounds with Ayana. Ayana wanted a problem. She wanted to act like she know how to fight and all this other stuff, talking about we can fight if we want to. Girl, I don't believe you. You need more people. Ayana get on my nerves, y'all. I don't really like her because every time I see her on my screen, she got a bad attitude or she complaining about something. Shut the fuck up. With that being said, y'all, that was a to be continued episode. We're going to see what's going to happen next week, okay? With that being said, y'all, if y'all want to follow me on Instagram or Twitter, both is at the bottom of the video. Not only that, be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Do whatever you see fit. And I'm out of here. Till my next video, I'll holler at you guys later. Peace out.